Brazil. A country that conjures up images of vibrant carnivals, pristine beaches, and lush rainforests. But did you know that beneath the surface lies a tapestry of fascinating and shocking facts that are often overlooked? In this video, we're diving deep into the heart of Brazil to uncover 12 mind-blowing revelations that will leave you utterly astonished. From hidden natural wonders to unique cultural quirks, join us on this journey as we unveil the lesser-known side of Brazil that you've never heard before. Brazil, officially known as the Federative Republic of Brazil, is the largest country in both South America and Latin America. It's not just big, it's the world's 5th largest country by area and the 7th most populous. The capital? Brasilia. But the bustling heartbeat? That's São Paulo. Apart from its vastness, Brazil is the only country in the Americas where Portuguese is the official language. And oh, the geography! Bounded by the Atlantic Ocean, Brazil boasts a stunning coastline of 7,491 kilometers. But that's just the beginning. The Amazon basin, with its lush tropical forest, is a global treasure trove of biodiversity and natural resources. In fact, did you know that Brazil holds the crown as the #1 among 17 megadiverse countries? But with great power comes great responsibility. The environmental challenges, such as deforestation, not only impact Brazil, but have ripple effects globally, influencing climate change and biodiversity. Let's rewind the clock. Before Brazil became the vibrant nation we know today, it was home to numerous tribal nations. Enter 1500, and explorer Pedro Álvares Cabral claims this land for the Portuguese Empire. Fast forward to 1822, and Brazil spreads its wings, gaining independence and forming the Empire of Brazil. Slavery was abolished in 1888, marking a pivotal moment in its history. From monarchy to a presidential republic, Brazil's journey is nothing short of remarkable. Today, it stands as a democratic federal republic, with a rich cultural tapestry that earns it the 13th spot in the world for UNESCO World Heritage Sites. It's not just history and culture that define Brazil. This dynamic nation is a regional and middle power, classified as a developing country with a high Human Development Index. With the 9th largest GDP in the world and a diverse economy, Brazil is a major player on the global stage. However, it's important to note that Brazil, like any other nation, faces challenges. Corruption, crime, and social inequality persist. It's a part of the story that the country is working tirelessly to rewrite. #1. 60% of the Amazon is located in Brazil. When we talk about the Amazon, we're not just referring to a river. The Amazon region is a colossal area encompassing the Amazon River and its tributaries, dense tropical rainforests, and the vast mouth of the river. It's so expansive that it stretches across 9 South American countries: Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, French Guiana, Suriname, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, and of course, Brazil. Despite flowing through multiple countries, a staggering 58.4% of the Amazonia is situated within the borders of Brazil. That's more than half of this incredible ecosystem right here in this country. The Amazon rainforest plays a crucial role in maintaining the planet's biodiversity, regulating climate patterns, and even influencing global weather systems. With such a substantial portion of it located in Brazil, the responsibility for its preservation and sustainable management falls heavily on this nation. #2. One of 17 megadiverse countries in the world. Megadiverse, in simple terms, means a country with an incredible variety of plant and animal species. Brazil fits the bill perfectly. Picture this: lush rainforests, unique wildlife, and diverse ecosystems. It's like nature's grand showcase. To be considered megadiverse, a country must have at least 5,000 endemic species. And Brazil? Well, it's got that in spades. With 60% of the Amazon rainforest calling Brazil home, it's no wonder this South American giant makes the megadiverse cut. The Amazon, a biodiversity hotspot like no other, contributes immensely to Brazil's status. Brazil isn't alone in this exclusive club. There are only a handful of megadiverse countries worldwide. Think Peru, Ecuador, the Republic of Congo, Australia, Indonesia, India, Mexico, and the USA. Each of these places boasts an incredible array of flora and fauna. #3. Forcibly imported. 4. 5 million slaves from Africa. Did you know that from the mid-1500s to the late 1800s, Brazil forcibly imported a staggering 4 to 5 million African slaves? It's a historical fact that often gets overshadowed, but it's crucial to understanding Brazil's past. You see, during this period, Brazil held the unfortunate record of importing the largest number of slaves in the world, surpassing even the United States. Out of the 12 million slaves brought to the Americas, a staggering 5.5 million found themselves in Brazil. These African men, women, and children weren't just numbers. They were forced to work in grueling conditions across various industries. Whether it was on sugar plantations, gold and diamond mines, coffee plantations, cattle ranches, or general agricultural fields, their lives were marked by hardship and exploitation. The impact of this forced migration echoes through Brazil's history, shaping its society, culture, and economy. The repercussions are still felt today, highlighting the importance of acknowledging and understanding this dark chapter. It's essential to note that slavery wasn't a perpetual institution. In 1888, Brazil took a significant step forward by officially abolishing slavery. It marked the end of an era of unimaginable suffering and exploitation for millions. Number 4. World's largest coffee exporter for over 150 years. When we talk about coffee, we can't ignore Brazil. It's not just a major player, it's the major player, contributing a whopping 1/3 of the world's coffee production. But what's even more fascinating is that Brazil claimed the top spot back in the 1840s, over 200 years after coffee first set its roots in the country. How did Brazil become the coffee powerhouse it is today? Well, it's thanks to the wave of immigrants who arrived in the 19th century to work on coffee farms. Their hard work and dedication laid the foundation for the prosperity of Brazilian coffee. And the rest, as they say, is history. While Brazil's coffee production hit its peak in the 1920s, it's important to note that things have changed over the years. Since the 1950s, global coffee production has increased, causing Brazil's share to decline. Nonetheless, it remains an integral part of the coffee story worldwide. Apart from being the coffee capital, Brazil is a top-tier producer of various crops. They're in the top 10 globally for cocoa, cashew, mango, rice, tomato, sorghum, tangerine, avocado, persimmon, and guava, just to name a few. In the realm of livestock, Brazil is among the top 5 producers of beef, hog, chicken meat, and cow's milk globally. The diversity and scale of Brazil's agricultural output are nothing short of astonishing. Number 5. Sentences reduced for every book they read. When we think about prison sentences, the last thing that comes to mind is reading. But here's the deal. In Brazil, prisoners can actually get a reduction in their sentence by 4 days for each book they read. It's like a literary shortcut to freedom. Brazil, being one of the nations in Latin America with high crime rates, has faced various challenges in its prison system. Overcrowding and drug abuse are just a couple of the issues. The perception that Brazil's jails house some of the most dangerous criminals has been a long-standing concern. The civic society in Brazil has applauded a law that encourages prisoners to read. Not only do they get days shaved off their sentence, but they're also put to the test by writing essays based on the readings. Authorities evaluate their grammar and language usage. It's like a literary exam behind bars. Now, you might wonder, why books? Well, it turns out, this initiative opens up access to education for many prisoners. And education, as we know, has the power to change lives. The hope is that by providing inmates with the opportunity to read and learn, it might deter them from committing crimes in the future. It's a unique approach to rehabilitation that's gaining attention. Number 6. Gender change. Surgeries are free. Back in 2009, Brazil's Superior Court of Justice made a groundbreaking ruling. It stated that changing a person's legal gender assignment is perfectly legal in the country. However, there are certain criteria that need to be met. First off, patients must have a confirmed transgender diagnosis. Additionally, they must be at least 18 years old and free of any personality issues. From the age of 16, individuals seeking gender change must undergo psychological testing for a minimum of 2 years. This involves working with a multidisciplinary team to ensure that the decision is well considered and understood. It's a thorough process aimed at ensuring that those seeking the surgery are making informed and conscious choices. According to the Brazilian Ministry of Health, an average of 100 gender change procedures are performed annually across the country. This indicates that the option is not only legally available, but also accessible to those who meet the criteria. Number 7. Snake Island. Located less than 100 miles from Sao Paulo, Snake Island is a place you won't find on any tourist itinerary. The Brazilian Navy strictly forbids anyone from setting foot on the island without express permission. And it's not your typical tropical paradise. It's teeming with a special resident, the endangered golden lancehead snake. The island has an estimated density of 1 snake per square meter. That's right, it's practically crawling with them. But here's the catch. These golden lanceheads are not your garden variety snakes. These snakes pack a venomous punch. Their venom can cause serious health issues, including necrosis, organ failure, brain hemorrhage, and intestinal bleeding. Definitely not the kind of souvenirs you'd want to bring back from a Brazilian vacation. So, the Navy's ban on casual visits starts to make sense. Access to Snake Island is tightly controlled. Only a select few are allowed, and they have a good reason. Scientists are granted permission for research on the unique snake population, while Navy engineers perform essential yearly maintenance on the automated lighthouse. Number 8. Carnival of Brazil. The Brazil Carnival is a 6-day extravaganza that kicks off about 46 days before Easter. It's not just a festival, it's a national fiesta where people from all walks of life come together to celebrate. Now, the interesting thing is, the style of celebration varies from city to city, reflecting the diverse backgrounds of the people. But if there's one place that steals the show, it's Rio de Janeiro. Known for hosting the best carnival in the country, Rio turns into a spectacular party zone during this time. And when I say party, I mean it. Over 2 million people hit the streets daily to catch the parades and join the festivities. It's a carnival like no other. With such a massive crowd, you'd think bathroom breaks would be a challenge. Well, you're not wrong. In Rio alone, they installed 25,000 portable toilets for the duration of the carnival. Even with all those toilets, public urination is still a bit of an issue. I mean, when you've got over 2 million people, gallons of beer, and a pressing need, things can get a little messy. To tackle this, authorities have upped the ante. The fines for relieving oneself in public have gone from $44 to a whopping $130. That's right. It's more cost-efficient to stand in line and use a toilet than to face the consequences of letting the streets be your restroom. Number 9. Portuguese colony for over 300 years. Back in 1500, Portuguese sailors set foot in Brazil, staking their claim on the land. This was a result of the Treaty of Tordesillas signed in 1494, where Spain and Portugal divided up the New World. It was basically Portugal flexing its muscles and establishing a colony in this new territory. Fast forward to the early 1800s when war raged in Europe, thanks to Napoleon's dominance. The Royal Portuguese Court found itself relocating from Portugal to Brazil in 1808. That's right, Brazil officially became part of the United Kingdoms of Portugal, Brazil, and the Algarves. Quite the unexpected turn of events. In 1822, just a few years later, Brazil declared its independence from Portugal. Who led the charge? None other than Dom Pedro Batarnes of Brazil, the son of the King of Portugal. Talk about a family affair. Known as the Liberator, Dom Pedro played a crucial role in freeing Brazil from colonial rule. It took a bit of time for the rest of Europe to catch up, but by 1825, Brazil was officially recognized as an independent nation. Number 10. Highest density of uncontacted people on Earth. Somewhere between 30 to 100 uncontacted groups roam within the vastness of the Brazilian Amazon. That's more than anywhere else on the planet. Now, these groups vary. Some are hunter-gatherers, always on the move, while others survive through subsistence farming. The catch? Most of them choose to stay uncontacted. When encounters happen, they either flee and hide, or in some cases, react with a bit of hostility, arrows and spears. You know the drill. Uncontacted doesn't mean undiscovered. Authorities actually have a basic understanding of these groups, where they live, how they survive, and even if they have connections with other groups. Surprisingly, these folks often know more about the outside world than we give them credit for. They're like the forest's Sherlock Holmes, aware of everything happening in their ancestral lands, from nearby population centers to the areas best avoided. Many of these groups are smaller in number than before. Some are even on the brink, with just one surviving member, because they're hunted by loggers, ranchers, or drug traffickers who want them off valuable lands. It's a tough situation. To shield these communities, the Brazilian government has issued official protections on their lands. But enforcing these protections in such a vast and sparsely populated area, not an easy task. Number 11. World's tallest vertical cemetery. Standing tall at a whopping 108 meters, this vertical cemetery boasts 32 floors, providing a final resting place for tens of thousands of individuals. But it's not just a place for burials, it's an entire experience. Inside, you'll find more than just tombstones. There are function rooms for wakes and funerals, the largest of which can accommodate up to 300 mourners within its elegant white marble, neo-Gothic walls. Need a minibar and waiting staff for a larger gathering? They've got you covered. The Memorial Necropole Ecumenica goes beyond the conventional with a peacock garden, a serene waterfall, an on-site restaurant, and even an on-call nurse for those who might find funerals a bit overwhelming. Picture this: gentle piano and violin music echoing through the building, creating a unique atmosphere. And for friends and family of the departed, there's a spacious waiting area in the hotel-like foyer, where they can gather before a ceremony begins. It's not your average cemetery. It's a serene and comforting space for both the living and those who've moved on. Number 12. Osama bin Laden themed bars in Brazil. Believe it or not, both Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo have their very own Bar do Bin Laden. And no, it's not what you think. These bars are not owned by the infamous leader himself, but by a friendly Brazilian man who just happens to bear a striking resemblance to Bin Laden. Picture this: long beard, military fatigues. You get the idea. These Bin Laden lookalikes are known for being friendly and gracious hosts. They offer good beer and provide a welcoming space for everyone who walks through the door. So it turns out, these bars are more about camaraderie than controversy. And if that wasn't enough, there's even a pool hall north of Rio de Janeiro called Caverna do Bin Laden, or the Cave of Bin Laden. It seems like the Bin Laden brand is quite popular in Brazil's entertainment scene. So, if you ever find yourself in Rio or São Paulo and fancy a unique experience, why not check out Bar do Bin Laden? Who knows, you might be greeted by a Bin Laden doppelganger serving up good vibes along with your drink. Well, that's it for today's surprising fact about Brazil. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more intriguing stories from around the world. Until next time, take care and keep exploring.